Hello, my little sinners and saints. Today we're going to be talking about Kristen Denise Smart. So we want to jump right into it because it's got a lot to cover. Okay, I just want to show you this. This is the people not subscribed to my channel that watches it. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. This is St. Louis Obispo County, California. This is Kristen Smart. She was born on February 20th, 1977. She was declared legally dead May 25th of 2002. Um, she was obviously an American woman, and we'll get to that. That was murdered by Paul Flores at the end of her freshman year on the campus of California State University San Luis College. On May 25th, 1996, Smart attended a fellowship Poly University student off campus party. This is her graduation from high school. This is her family. I wanted to put a lot of pictures of her. This is her sister. This is her brother and her sister. This is where she attended the party. At approximately 2 a.m., she was found passed out in a neighbor's lawn, and two students began to help her walk to the dorm room. A third student named Paul Flores joined the group, and due to the proximity of the dorms to Smart's and Flores's, he told the two students he would get Kristen home safely. Now, there's a lady that Anderson, she did not feel comfortable with that, so she walked almost to where the road cut off. Her name was Cheryl Anderson. Excuse me. And where it cut off to go back to her dorm, she left them. Now, at this party, Kristen had tried to get one of her friends to go with her, and the party they went to was boring, so they left to go to a different party, and the friend said, "No, I'm going home," and give her the keys for the apartment. She has still not been found. She had just turned 19, and this is a safe school, campus, even off campus. Smart's disappearance resulted in a state legislation, including the Kristen Smart Campus Security Act, a bill which requires public colleges and publicly funded educational institutions to California to have their security services made agreements with the local police departments regarding cases involving or possibly involving violence against students, including missing students. Because the security there, they lagged around. It was a month before they even reported it to the police. Like I said, her body's never been found, even though she's been declared legally dead. And so then it took forever for other people to get involved, and it's a sad situation because at least the parents could get the body back. Said that she became really drunk, or it's unclear if she was roofied. That's still not obviously been determined because they can't find the body. Like I said, passed out on the lawn of next door neighbor. Sorry, I'm using Wikipedia as my outline, but I've also got notes. She couldn't stand on her own. Fellow student Cheryl Anderson began helping her back to campus, soon joined by another party goer, Paul Flores. Paul kind of appears out of nowhere and offers to help, puts his arm around her torso and puts her arm around his neck, helping her to walk. Paul kept stopping along the way. Cheryl Anderson, you can go on if you want to. And Cheryl didn't think that was okay. Cheryl said that when they got to her turn off, that she, inquired with Paul again, are you sure that, because he tried to hug and kiss her. And that right there would have told me, hey, maybe I should make sure she gets back. But still, um, there's no one to blame here except for Paul. But she went to her dorm and left Paul to take Kristen to hers. She made him promise that he would take her to the dorm. And Kristen Smart has never been seen again. Kristen Smart have 40 yards to go to get to her dorm. This is Paul. This is Paul in his younger years, but we'll get there. This is Paul. This is where she had to go to. This was his dorm room, and this right up here was her dorm room. Go up through there. There's some steps and stuff there. And I think this is his room. Campus police had a few missteps by assuming Kristen was just off having fun and ignoring worry friends who said she was missing. They didn't focus on Paul Flores immediately, waiting 6 days to formally interview him. They never sealed the dorm room. No evidence was ever collected. 2 days after Kristen was missing, Paul had a black eye. You see it right here. And he said that he had got the black eye playing basketball with his friends, that his friends said that he had the black eye when he arrived. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know if I would assume anyone, but in the South, we don't put stereos in the middle of the night. And he said that he got the black eye because his face hit the steering wheel by putting in a stereo in the middle of the night. That's something that you do during the day. But hey, it's his life. Let him tell it how he likes. And then he even said that he just woke up with the black eye. He admitted lying and said that he hit it by putting a stereo in the middle of the night. Flores said that he went to the dorm, his dorm, she went to hers, but cadaver dogs told a different story. There was no reaction until dogs got to Paul Flores's room. Dogs went straight to his bed, even though the room had been cleaned. The college sanitizes all the rooms after they leave. And that there wasn't just one dog hit on this bed, it was three. Paul had a reputation among the girls of being creepy. Anderson said that they called him Chester the Molester, known for groping girls. Police get called where a man is climbing in a student's window trellis, trying to get in and refusing to leave. This person is Paul Flores. No charges were filed. Paul had trouble starting at a young age. He was a loner. His nickname in high school was Scary Paul. Um, no girls wanted to be alone with him or drunk around him. In 1997, the police put out in the newspaper that they needed Paul to admit to the crime or they didn't have any information. And that was just, I think I have a picture of it. We'll see when we get there. But that was just the icing on the cake because then he knows, okay, as long as I don't talk, then I'm good. On his deposition, he only stated his name He pleaded the fifth 27 times. When her mom, his mom sold her house, new owners found earrings in the driveway, or found the earring in the driveway. And now this earring had a fingerprint on the back of it, but mysteriously it got lost somewhere and they couldn't find it. And so it matched the necklace that Kristen was wearing that night. The odd part was, and you'll see this is a special looking necklace. It isn't one that I've ever seen before. So they checked the house. So they also, this is her parents. This is the house. And I'm assuming over here is where they found the earring because it was like right in the grass where the cement meets. This is the lady that moved in that found the earring. This is them using ground penetrating equipment to see if there's any disruption in the ground. They didn't want to dig up the back thing, but this is the backyard. But they used this. This was laid down right after Kristen's death. And this is them using the ground penetrating on it. This is Paul Flores's father. Now they talked whenever they were getting their deposition, but nothing really come of it. This woman here is really, really special. If you could go back and watch the interview of her, she's got guilt written all over her. They filed a lawsuit because the parents of Kristen were supposedly harassing them, but since there was no direct evidence, they couldn't actually arrest him. Two additional individuals who were later named as defendants in the action participated in the defendant, Ruben Flores, and then his mother. They found up under the back deck body fluids, but they couldn't prove that it was Kristen's. But they believe that the parents, because after they come out there the first day, that night in the middle of the night, along with a friend, were out there up under the deck doing all kinds of stuff and everything. So they think that they moved the body. Dozens of women have recounted Paul Flores' sexual assaults and it should be predatory behavior that document 25 years of serial rapist. This is them under the deck using the ground penetrating equipment. And this is him getting arrested. Now, him and his father actually got arrested. The father got a few years, but Paul got life in prison. They actually convicted him without a body. And I think that he could probably have got a lighter sentence if he would have just told them where the body was. Now, this was obviously not a deep dive into this. I just wanted to cover it because I hadn't actually heard of this before. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and we're going to start doing some deep dives into stuff and getting more in depth with the cases. Thank you again, and do know that it's getting ready to be spooky day. So I'm going to start with the horror stories and the tragically tragic cases that may or may not contain spooky elements. And again, let me know if you want to play the household scavenger hunt. All the items are in for prizes. And let me tell you, there's some good ones. And I've been planning this for about a month. I had mentioned it. And so let me know if you're interested in playing. I need 5 people. and we'll play it. But tonight I'm going to do a live. Got a good case. Thank you for joining me. And as always, I will see you later. Bye.